If you want a revolution, the only solution, evolve. Gotta evolve. If you want a revolution, the only solution, evolve. Gotta evolve. If you're getting off track and you want to get back, may take a lot of work, won't break your back. If you want a revolution, the only solution, evolve. Gotta evolve. Well, there once was a guy.
Here we go. Evil Dead 2 Blu-ray 25th Anniversary Edition.
Dead by Dawn.
First thing we need to talk about in this Evil Dead 2 Blu-ray edition is the price for this disc. I paid $9 for this disc. $9 for Evil Dead 2 Blu-ray.
I paid $10.
So when anything like this comes out, it's highly suspicious. Sort of like when Nightmare on Elm Street Parts 2 and 3 came out on Blu-ray, and it was also like $10 or $15, something really cheap when it came out for 2 films on Blu-ray. And that's kind of what I was expecting with this one too.
I wasn't expecting much, you know.
Yeah, I was expecting a few interviews here and there, and at best, kind of a choppy transfer of the original. But I gotta just go out and say this is the best $9.99 I've ever spent on a disc ever.
I would have to agree with you, even though I spent $10.
The transfer, first of all, on Blu-ray, unbelievable. I mean, this movie was as clear and as sharp as I've ever seen Evil Dead. It was just amazing.
I've never seen it look this way. Never, ever have I ever seen this movie look this good. It's just amazingly great. I mean, you can see every little detail. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I love the fact that, you know, you can just see like the specks on the floor and just all the set decorations, and you know, even because it's so clear, you can pretty much see all the flaws in the film when they were making it.
I was floored when I watched this thing, and the sound is just as amazing.
It's a full-on surround sound. It literally just blows you away. First up in the extras is the audio commentary with writer-director Sam Raimi, actor Bruce Campbell, and co-writer Scott Spiegel, and special effects artist Greg Quittero.
Sam had a place in Silver Lake with Joel and Ethan Coen, and Holly Hunter and Fran McDormand were staying with us.
And Kathy Bates at one point.
Oh yeah, actually. And so we thought Holly was this really cool character, so we wrote this part for her and stuff. But I think Rob really like, you know, let's get, you know, some sexy chick, something. I don't know if I'm mistaken or not, but
you're right.
And I remember Holly Hunter, who was always hanging around the apartment in sweats, reading the script on the couch or something. And then all of a sudden one day she wore this mini skirt and this very like tight top, and I'm like, Holly, you look very nice this morning. She goes, I'm going to audition dressed as a hooker. I don't take that as a compliment. You shut up. And I'm like,
The commentary here is actually pretty good. As you know, they just kind of crack each other up and laugh through the entire thing. Most of the scenes, they're just like laughing too hard to really even do commentary. But it's a very entertaining commentary. I don't know if I liked it as much as I did the Evil Dead one, because that was just, I enjoyed that so much just from beginning to end. This one is not quite as good as, I don't think, the Evil Dead commentary, the first Evil Dead, but it's still a decent commentary. Okay, next is Swallowed Souls, the making of Evil Dead 2.
Every DVD that we get and we do Blu-ray reviews on or DVD reviews on, we talk about behind the scenes making of stuff, and usually it's like, yeah, they show the movie and yeah, it'll be interesting, or no, it won't. This was like the most boring thing, didn't like to watch it. This one was like watching them make the movie from beginning to end, and it's just amazing.
You know, we made a horror film because it was a good way to get your foot in the door.
People don't quite realize that, you know, we shot the movie in 79, 80, premiered it in 81, and it didn't come out till 83. So there's years in there of sitting around those offices in Ferndale.
And it's like 2 hours long. Or at least took me 2 hours to watch it. And it was that long. But it was entertaining the whole time. I mean, I was entranced by it the entire time.
And it's just incredible. And they just go so far above and beyond with the stuff they do on this first making of, because between the chapters they even have stop motion animation that they do.
Alright, Bruce, say hello. This is Evil Dead 2, guys. Flashback. You bastard!
Haven't I been doing this somewhere before? Where?
I think Bruce Campbell's a great guy. You know, I think he's a really fantastic actor. He totally delivers every time he does something, and he's just a really good person. You know, very generous, very, very sweet, and really, really, really funny.
Actually, this entire Blu-ray, and you'll see it as we go through it here, is just the whole entire Blu-ray is like this. I mean, there's so much amazing stuff in here. There's so much I literally told Dave once I got finished watching just the making of it, I said I could remake this movie myself now.
Now we have Cabin Fever, a fly-on-the-wall look behind the scenes of Evil Dead 2. Kind of the same thing, sort of. It's like a behind-the-scenes footage of when they were actually making the film.
I only have one wish. I wish I didn't have to go to the bathroom.
No, there's no narrator or anything. You're just watching raw footage, but they edit it together, and it just, and they go through each character. It starts out with like Henrietta, and then Evil Ed, and eventually they show Ash and Linda, and I mean they go through each character and show them how they did their makeup, how they put their makeup on, how they, what happened when they took it off, and it was just. It was like this guy was actually filming all this on set there, like he was going to do his own making of Evil Dead 2.
Next on the extras is Roadways Borough, revisiting the shooting location with filmmaker Tony Elwood. This I was really looking forward to because, I've always wondered whatever happened to the cabin, because I know they built it out in the woods somewhere. And I've always wondered if it's still there, or if they tore it down, or this is an actual little mini movie on here where they go back and revisit all the places that they filmed Evil Dead 2.
It's a mess. There used to be an actual building that was part here. You can see the foundation, and that part of the area is where K&B set up their offices. But there used to be, if you look over this direction, you can see this is where the production offices were. They're in the process of remodeling it and turning it into something else. But this was the back end of the school.
I always just assumed they filmed the entire thing inside the cabin. I never knew they found an old high school that had been closed down for years and took it over and filmed the entire thing inside the gymnasium. So this guy actually goes back to the school to see what it looked like now compared to back then. Yeah, that was awesome. Out of it though, the work shed, the wood shed or whatever the work shed that Ash runs out to in the middle of the woods, it's still standing. For the most part, the whole thing is still there. The cabin's a little dilapidated, but. Alright, next is Evil Dead 2 Behind the Screams. Again, they went kind of above and beyond with, there's a photo gallery, sort of, but it actually has the person on there who took the pictures, and he's like commenting on the pictures that he took, rather than just showing the pictures.
To take a lot of photographs here that I'm sharing with you. There's Richard in makeup and Ted in makeup with Mark Shostrom. There's Bruce being made up.
Yeah, I love that. I thought, oh man, that is great. I'm glad they did that. That is the first time I've ever seen them do anything like that with a photo gallery. Now we have the gore, the merrier.
They do repeat a few things here And they do show clippets of parts they show in this and some of the other making of, but they actually showed like the full parts in this one. And you can tell how much everybody just had fun making this movie.
Hey, what are you doing here? Hey, why you?
This is where they have 3 of the special effects guys talking about the movie and about them doing all the special effects. And this was actually really entertaining too.
At the very end of it, they actually, while they were making the Evil Dead 2, filmed a little short film called like Evil Dead Baby.
You killed the baby. No, I conquered brain death. I'll give it life.
And it's really raw and everything, but it's just hilarious. I love how they did that. That was great.
Next is the theatrical trailer.
4 years ago, in this quiet forest, in this cozy cabin, something happened.
I'd never actually seen the whole theatrical trailer, so watching this, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I want to go see the movie now.
And still galleries.
Which they also have this little cool feature in the gallery too, is when you press on the back and forward buttons, it makes noises like well, this without a doubt is a definite Golden Orbit. Golden Orbit. Do it this way. This is how. Learn from this, guys.
Get it.
$10.
$9.
This is how to do it.
If you want a revolution, the only solution, evolve. Gotta evolve. If you want a revolution, the only solution, evolve. Gotta evolve. If you're getting off track and you want to get back, may take a lot of work.